Now, for those of you who are not aware, just wandered in off the street because it's really hot outside, this is the CIA's final show of the semester. That stands for the Comedic Improvisational Alliance. We do improv. If anyone here isn't familiar with improv, never seen Whose Line Is It Anyway, we basically make up everything as we go. My name is Michael. I will be the ref for this show. Now, this show is not entirely on our heads. You guys have a part to play too. A big part of improvisation is getting suggestions from the audience. So if you don't mind, we're going to go through a little practice round of that. From this side of the audience over here, can I get somebody's favorite color?
Red, green.
Red, good choice, good choice. And from the middle section of the audience, favorite flavor of ice cream?
Rocky Road.
Rocky Road, also good. And now from this slightly less populated side of the audience, let's get your favorite science fiction movie that's named Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Good. That took a little longer than it should have. Most of these suggestions don't require too much thought. They're usually not going to be that specific. That you can say pretty much whatever you want. Family-friendly show. But other than that, so this, as you may have seen, is our Wheel of Improv, and certain special members of the audience, if you volunteer, can come up and give us a spin to decide what games our teams are going to play. But first, you guys are going to need to meet our teams. So let's all get a round of applause or drum roll or whatever you want to do for our blue team!
James, Jordan, Stumpy.
Blue team, we're the best.
Blue team, we're the best.
Better than all the rest.
Better than all the rest.
Sound off.
1, 2,
Louder.
3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Blue team!
All right. This is the blue team's captain, Stumpy. He will be making various important decisions throughout the games that may or may not have an effect on anything. I don't know. But we need to introduce their competitors. Let's get another round of applause for the red team.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This is our cheer! Yeah! 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 Cheer! Yeah! Cheer!
Good job, guys.
Witty
Good job.
banter!
Yes, witty banter indeed. All right. Now, I know you're all excited for the Wheel of Improv, but first, we have to decide which team is going to go first. So we need to have them play a competitive game that I like to call 9 out of 10. So, will the captains please stand up? All right. Captains, engage each other in a game of rock, paper, scissors to see who gets to be in the box first.
You go first.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
How will you respond?
I choose paper! I win!
Good job! Red team has the honor of being in the box. Now, for those who have not seen this game before, 9 out of 10 is where we decide that our players are experts in some field of study. Now, these 8 people know everything there is about whatever it is that they are supposed to know stuff about. So, I need a suggestion from the audience of something that most people would not devote their lives to studying. Chewing gum. Our players are experts on chewing gum. They know everything there is to know, and they will come forward and speak about it. But if at any time the speaker says something that the other team thinks is wrong, they can challenge it. And they have to convince me, the ref, why what the other team said is wrong. And if they convince me, they get to take the box. And the last team to be standing in the box after 1 minute is the winner. So, red team, I believe you won, so who will be taking the box first?
I will.
Good job. John.
Come on, baby.
All right, so John and everyone is an expert on chewing gum. Players, are you ready?
Yes! Yeah!
Audience, are you ready?
Yeah!
Good. Begin.
So, chewing gum originated when Native Americans found out that you can chew certain gums of trees and keep yourself hydrated on long hikes.
Challenge! James.
Whenever I chew chewing gum, the sugar in it actually makes me dehydrated.
Sugar does suck up water. That's why they put in hummingbird feeders. James, take the box.
Yeah.
52 seconds remaining. Go.
There are many different varieties of chewing gum. Some of them are sweet, some of them are not. Some of them are unsweet.
Challenge!
Yes.
I don't know anybody who would chew unsweet chewing gum.
That seems pretty much to be the point of chewing gum. Take the box, Todd.
Chewing gum isn't good for making bubbles. That's why they call it chewing gum. If you want to make bubbles,
Stumpy.
You can make bubbles out of anything.
That is not true. I have never seen a concrete bubble before. Todd, you have 43 seconds left. Continue.
so the best bubble gum for making bubbles is Bubblicious, because you can put like 6 packs of it in your mouth.
Mackenzie.
You can put 10 packs of that in your mouth, not 6.
Maybe you can.
Depends on the mouth. That was very good, Todd. Mackenzie, you can take the box.
Yeah! There we go.
You have 37 seconds left. Begin.
Chewing gum was originated by the Native Americans, and like all Native Americans, they would
Challenge!
additional...
Yes, Rob.
She said like all Native Americans. That's racist.
We know what she was going to say. It could have been something nice. Please continue, Mackenzie.
Like all Native Americans, they were intelligent enough to find out what goes into what chewing gum is the best.
Challenge!
Yes, Al.
I have never met a Native American who could diagnose exactly what was in a chewing gum. They just ate it because it was great.
Neither have I. Take the box out. 24 seconds remaining. Go.
There are all different kinds of chewing gum. There's pink and purple and blue, and each one has a unique taste with it.
Challenge!
James.
Not all chewing gums have a unique taste. In fact, a lot of them taste exactly the same.
That's true. I could not tell many gums apart. Take the box, James. You have 18 seconds left. Go.
God, one of the worst chewing gums is zebra stripe gum.
Challenge!
Zebra stripe gum is the stuff of my childhood. I will not have it insulted.
I have never had it, but it sounds delicious. Take the box.
Yeah!
15 seconds remaining. Go.
A little known fact about zebra stripe gum is it's made from real zebras.
Mackenzie.
That is a big fact, not a little known one.
That is true. It seems pretty obvious to me. That's a very important fact. Mackenzie, take the box. 13 seconds left. Go.
Chewing gum used to come with playing cards.
Challenge!
Todd.
It occasionally still does.
Yes. This is true. Todd, take the box.
I prefer the chewing gum that has baseball cards in it, because I like baseball cards.
Challenge!
Those are cool.
Jordan.
Baseball cards do not make you an expert in gum. Gum is great for its own purposes.
This is true. I know nothing about baseball cards, and I love gum. Take the box, Jordan. You have 4 seconds remaining. Go.
While gum is often packaged with baseball
Challenge! Rob.
Gum is not often. We already established that it's only sometimes.
I suppose. Yes. You have 2.01 seconds remaining. Go.
Joseph Wrigley,
Challenge!
take this chewing gum.
James.
I'm fairly certain that his name is actually Stephen Wrigley and not Joseph Wrigley.
I'm actually very close friends with him, and Rob is correct. Keep the box, Rob. You have 1 second left. Go.
Joseph Wrigley, challenge!
Mackenzie.
It's not Wrigley, it's Ragley.
This is also true. Like I said, close friends with him. Take the box, Mackenzie. You have 0.27 seconds left. And go.
Challenge!
That is time.
Yeah!
All right. If Blue manages to survive their chairs, then they will be playing the next game. However, it is time that we turned to our wheel of improv. And I'm going to need an audience volunteer. You, ma'am. Please come down to the wheel of improv. All right, Liz. Well, step to this side. It is a very finicky wheel, expertly wrapped. And just give it a spin, and we'll see where we go. The music of the wheel. What could it be? Oh, it looks like the game is 4 rooms. All right, so that gives me both teams to step forward. Thank you for being our wheel spinner. red and red, and blue, while I explain the game to the audience. 4 Rooms is a game involving all 8 of our players, where every pair is in a unique location. That is a location supplied by you, the audience. So, the first thing I need from you guys is a location that you would never find on a map.
Basement.
Basement. The first location is basement. Did somebody say Chapel Hill?
No, that's a place you would never want to find.
Oh, yes, yes.
Completely different.
Different idea. Okay. So for our second suggestion, I need some place you have always wanted to go on vacation.
Panic room.
Cloud City. All right, Cloud City. I thought I was going to say clouds. For the third suggestion, someplace that you went often as a child.
Zoo.
The zoo. I heard the zoo. And for our fourth and final suggestion, someplace you would never ever want to go.
Chapel
Disney
Hill.
World.
Chapel Hill. Thank you. All right. So just to review, the locations are basement, Cloud City, zoo, and Chapel Hill. And that's the wheel. All right. Sorry. So the way this game works is that I will pick one of these pairs to start out the scene. But at any time, I can blow my shiny new whistle and call out a new scene in one of these other locations. And they'll begin, but the first line of dialogue in the new scene has to be the same as the last line in the old scene. So we'll see what kind of misunderstandings this can lead to. All right. Who should we start with? Let's start with the zoo.
All right.
Players, are you ready?
Yes!
Audience, are you ready?
Yes!
Get in the zoo.
I don't know, man. This hot dog stand, we haven't sold a single hot dog all day. And it's all your fault.
No, it's not my fault. We're just not selling it right. Look, it's cotton hot dogs. We just need an animal that likes something sweet and something salty at the same time. Feed it. We need to find an elephant.
An elephant. An elephant. African elephant or a European elephant?
Something that'll eat this.
Switch. Basement. Something that will eat this. Something that'll eat this.
Nothing's gonna eat that. I mean, it's full of dust now.
Well, I did the best I could, Mom.
You shouldn't have cooked it in the basement under this faulty ceiling.
Well, you're the one who told me my room was going to be in the basement from now on.
Yes, but I never gave you permission to cook. These are my nice bowls.
I was trying to do something nice for you and Dad, but you never loved me.
Oh, honey. Oh.
I'm going to stand over here and sulk, Mom.
Cloud City. I'm going to stand over here and sulk, Mom.
I'm going to stand over here and sulk, Mom. Now, don't you give me that, Jimmy. You're going to get your cloud homework done whether you like it or not.
They hate me at Cloud School. They're all like Stay Puft Marshmallowy people. They're all like nice and white and fluffy, and I'm just all like skinny and kind of Polish.
Listen, you know our cloud money isn't going to come by itself. You've got to go to cloud school. It's just evaporating out of everywhere. I can't hold on to money these days. You've got to support me.
Cloud College is going to be even worse than Cloud High School. Oh God, what will I major in?
Don't worry, cloud college is when things start getting better.
Is it really when it really?
Yeah.
Mom, oh, thank you, Mom. Thank you. Oh, I love you. I love you. Oh.
Now, only I can find your dad.
No, only I can find your dad. Chapel Hill.
Well, I can find your dad.
Well, I mean, he came by the dorm to drop me off these muffins, but I really don't know where he went.
Last time I saw him, he was in the kitchen working on the plumbing, but he just disappeared.
Everyone knows this is the haunted dorm.
Gosh, it's not just the haunted dorm. It's a spooky haunted dorm of doom.
Would you like a muffin?
I would love a muffin.
Basement. Would you like a muffin?
Would you like a muffin? It's one of the ones you just made, right? Yeah.
Then it better be
delicious, right, Mom?
I believe it'll be great. How is that, yeah?
It tastes like dust.
Okay.
It tastes like dust. Zoo.
Tastes like dust.
Who knew elephants would be so terrible tasting?
Cloud City. Who knew elephants would be so terrible tasting?
Oh, who knew elephants would be so terrible tasting? Cloud elephants, man.
Until you finish Cloud College, that's all we're going to be able to afford.
Oh, more cloud elephants. Like, they all just, well, they're actually all down there and just all like fluffy, and they just don't consist of a whole lot.
Well, derive your nutrition from knowledge. It can sustain you.
Knowledge
Like
is
this.
power.
Knowledge is power. Chapel Hill.
Knowledge is power. I can feel it. I can feel the calculus seeping into my skull.
I probably should have not gone to this college.
Yeah, we still haven't found my dad yet.
Wait, Camden, look! He's in the textbook. He's there. We have to go after him. We have to go after him.
That's time. And that was the blue team's game. Yes. Yeah. So now it is time for the red team to get a game. But for that, I'm going to need another audience volunteer. You, sir, right there. What is your name?
Longform.
Let's give him a hand, everybody. Oh, yes, I forgot. Thank you, James. You see, we don't want to bore you by playing the same games over and over again. So we're going to switch things up a bit. We have a couple of extra wedges. So your first job before spinning the wheel is to choose one of these. Pick a card, any card.
It's not a trick deck.
Or is it? You don't know.
Yes.
It's going to blow up.
No! God.
Oh no.
All right. That was changing emotions. We'll see if that's what you get. Give the wheel a nice, gentle spin. Right here. So I'm just going to see the guys. But first, are we done?
No.
Okay. So the game of story, first I'm going to need a suggestion. Someone in the audience, give me the name of a book that has never been written.
Gigantic Sandwich.
The Gigantic Sandwich. Good. This will be a hungry story. So what I'm going to do is sit down with the audience and conduct the story. I will be pointing at someone, and they will have to tell the story. But if they mess up in any way, as determined by me, then they are out, and we move on to the next chapter of the story, which I don't want to say the name anymore, so I'm just going to point at the audience, and you guys have to say it for me. So we're going to start with chapter 1 of
The Gigantic Sandwich.
The Gigantic Sandwich. Thank you. So, I said it again. Okay. Well, that'll be the last time. So players, are you ready?
Yes!
Now audience, we're going to begin with chapter 1 of
The Gigantic Sandwich.
Once upon a time, deep in the heart of Ames, Iowa, there lived a small boy named Jim who had big plans for his life.
He wanted to open up a sandwich shop. So after years of studying and building through books through college, yes, he built books.
He found that he could only survive in the economy if he built the world's biggest, most fantastic sandwiches. And so, he set out to the bank to get
A loan for his new deposit. He thought about $5,000, buy him one of those carts to go on the side of the
road, and just start him out. He would start with small, big sandwiches, and then slowly move up
to big sandwiches. Unfortunately, as he was talking to his financial advisor,
His financial advisor said, "I'm sorry, Jim, but I don't have that kind of money to give you.
This store is just too big. It's too big for a kid like you to handle."
And he said, "I will not give you the loan." So the little boy went out crying into the street.
And he found that if he was going to make this sandwich shop, he would have to turn to crime.
So he stole from many other street peddlers. While they weren't looking, he would take
Their money out of their wallets, which were in their back pockets.
And he knew with this crime spree he had about $3,000
to spend on tomatoes and lettuce and
Cucumbers and monkeys.
And rhinoceri. But he also
knew with these ingredients that he would make
The best sandwiches in the world.
not only the best, but the biggest.
and that was
Gigantic and huge and ginormous sandwiches.
they were so big, and he was so
small. He could hardly lift
A single one of these sandwiches to
Make people eat them.
and they would eat them with their faces and their eyes and their
Oh,
nose.
Stumpy kept going after moving away. He's out. Now, this isn't for somebody who done this, but when somebody's out, we go, he is
Out of there!
Say it with me, Stumpy is
Out of there!
See you later, Stumpy. So we are on to chapter 2 of
The Gigantic Sandwich!
Thank you, audience.
You're welcome.
Jim spent 3 years amassing his criminal wealth to build his sandwich shop.
He had everything he needed to get started. He put out on this Saturday morning knowing
That people would come because they loved sandwiches in Ames. Because
People simply love tuna and roast beef and pastrami and salami and pepperoni.
But he found he had made a grave mistake in the notices to the public.
He accidentally told them that he was making the world's smallest sandwiches.
Oh no! What was he going to do? People would come expecting small
witches, and when they saw big sandwiches,
They wouldn't know what to do with themselves. And so they didn't and ate.
and ate, but they had to eat so many of these tiny
sandwiches that they exploded into a million pieces.
Oh, Mackenzie kept going after I pointed away. She was too excited about the explosions. Mackenzie is
Out of there!
all right. We're on to chapter 3 of
The Gigantic Sandwich!
So Jim decided that he was going to make a new flyer and a new event. And this event was going to be
bigger and better than any other event that had ever happened before to celebrate the bigger and better sandwiches.
The celebration was glorious with people coming from all
Corners of the globe, they would buy his small and big sandwiches.
And only when they were out of food would they be able to make bread again.
Because when they were out of food, making bread was the most important thing. Rob tried to go on a scat solo.
I did go on a scat solo. It's a
Rob,
condition.
you can't do that in the story. Rob is
Out of there!
all right. We're on chapter 4 of
The Gigantic Sandwich!
So the robber kicked in the door and he busted in with his gun.
And it turned out he was still in the process of making bread. So he had to...
about 45 minutes before the sandwich was ready to come out of the oven and
Be eaten.
by the robber who was apparently making a sandwich.
It's just what robbers do sometimes. They get hungry. Anyway, the robber busted in with his gun, and Jimmy
had to give him money. And so he ran and threw pickles at him.
And so he went bankrupt, and once again he was out on the streets. This time, he knew that robbery was not the way to go.
So this time he decided to be legitimate about his business. So as a 15-year-old boy,
his prior misdeeds had caught up with him.
he was caught by the police and sent to rehab.
In rehab, he only knew to study the art of sandwich making.
And so Jimmy was able to...
Oh, there's no Joe in this story. Jordan is
Out of there!
all right. Chapter temper.
We'll make it painless.
So, let's start with chapter 5 of
The Gigantic Sandwich.
Jim and the robber, whose name we later found out was Doug, became best friends after the robbery. Doug and Jim
Went to rehab together and became bestest rehab pals.
Two sand witches, that is witches riding broomsticks over sand, were in fierce battle with each other. They knew at that time they would start casting spells at each other.
I'm not sure what Alex is talking about. It seems completely removed from the story at hand. Alex is
Out of there.
So, chapter 6 of
The Gigantic Sandwich.
So, Doug and Jim devised a plot. Once they got out of rehab,
they would team together to build the world's most oddly
Shaped sandwich shop ever.
And so they did. It took them 20 years.
and 2 seconds.
But they did it. They opened up the world's most weirdly
Shaped sandwich shop.
in the world. Because it was their dream. Their dream to make the weirdest shaped sandwiches ever. And they succeeded. They sold millions.
Oh, John repeated the L sound in John is
Out of there.
So, the 7th and final chapter of
The Gigantic Sandwich.
Then
50 years later,
Doug and Jim
on
got
their
into a
deathbed.
massive fight. They began throwing punches at each other. Punch after kick.
all of their things that
Eventually headbutting.
all of the things that they had done at their sandwich shop after 50 years. And they had made oddly shaped sandwiches.
For life. And suddenly Jim turns to Doug and says, Doug, I really want you to have my last sandwich. I made it for you. It has the secret ingredient, nails. From my fingers. I think you would really enjoy it. So he handed them
To Doug. And Doug said,
Jim, this is the greatest thing you've ever given me. I will treasure it forever and ever and ever. But, Jim, there's one thing I have not told you. I'm actually Gary Busey. He ripped off his mask, and Gary Busey,
He stood there, going, ha!
I'm weird.
So weird. No, Gary Busey is just so weird.
This is true.
Making Ty the winner of story. All right. So, will the captains of the team step forward once again? Last time, rock, paper, scissors didn't seem to work out so well. So, I am thinking of a number between 1 and 10. And whoever guesses closest will go first this time. Stumpy, you can guess first.
Stumpy.
25.
All right. Rob, I think you've got a good shot here. Guess. I don't watch that show.
$1.
Yes!
Well, the number was pi, so I guess we're going to give it to Rob. So red team once again
They've
gets to go
never
first.
done me wrong.
Now, for this game, the captain gets to spin the wheel for his own team. But first, let me remove story. Without breaking the wheel, hopefully. Alrighty, someone, you ma'am, pick a wedge at random. Random wedge. Alright, shift left, shift right. Whew, we will see if that is what we get, or if one of these other lovely wedges is selected. Alright, Rob? That was not something on Rob. This is a kind of strangely shaped wedge. Alright.
Excellent passenger.
This is an expertly made wheel.
It's taking like an
We're
inch
going
and
to
a
find
half.
out. It looks like we the red team is going to be playing a classic game called 5 Things. Now for this game, they're going to need to select one player to leave the room.
Tie.
Ty, you have been chosen. Go away.
I'll make sure he doesn't cheat.
Good job, James. Can't trust that Ty. All right. So this game, I'm going to have to get 5 activities as suggestions from the audience. Now, it did. You're right. Okay. So everyone, give me a sport. Quidditch. The first activity is Quidditch.
It's okay, I'm a member.
Yes, we do have a Quidditch team here at State. Yes, Rob is also on the Quidditch team. All right. For our second activity, something that you think would probably be a bad idea for a first date.
Shower. Driving off the cliff.
Driving off of a cliff. Family show, sir. Family show.
Wait, this one's bad.
Always shower before first date.
Or you might have parachutes.
All right. For our third activity, give me something you would do while on vacation.
Play Jeopardy.
Snorkeling. Sleeping is not a very exciting activity, but I do that on vacation as well. You've broken our wheel.
Wait, who the heck are you?
This is weird.
I have bubble gum. You can use my bubble gum.
Hold it near the audience. Yep, I'm not done that. We need more activities. All right. Well, you can write that one. There you go. Have fun writing. For our fourth activity, thank you, emergency room repairman Rob. For our fourth activity, let's get something you would only do in the winter. Hunt spiders. You're hunting spiders. Everyone knows that they're much more dangerous when it's cold. It's true. And for our final activity, just give me the first activity that comes to mind. Not sleeping. Hunting. I heard hunting. Well, that's the close to hunting spiders.
Changing light bulbs.
Changing light bulbs. There we go. All right, our first activity is changing light bulbs. So now we've got 5 perfectly ordinary, regular activities like Quidditch and hunting spiders. But what our team is going to do is when we bring Ty back in, they're going to have to get Ty to guess the activities you chose with miming and gibberish. They're just made up words that mean nothing. But Ty is an expert at a lot of these things. I've seen him hunt spiders the size of a Volkswagen. So, we're going to have to change things up if we want to have any challenge at all. So we're going to have to switch out a few items in our activities into something you wouldn't normally find there. So Quidditch. Normally, if I remember my books correctly, when you play Quidditch, you're riding on a broomstick. So instead of a broomstick, give me something that you would never find growing on a tree.
Whistle.
I heard a platypus. So instead of riding on a broomstick, Ty will be riding on a platypus. And instead of a quaffle, what is a large animal?
Elephant.
I heard a giraffe. So instead of using a quaffle, or ball, for people who haven't read the books, we will be using a giraffe. Now what's our second activity, Rob?
The second one is driving off a cliff. So.
Driving off a cliff, all right? Anyone can drive off a cliff in a car. But instead of a car, I want you guys to give me something you would buy at Target.
Pizza.
Pizza. Instead of a car, it is a pizza. But you see, no one should drive off a cliff alone. So we're going to need a celebrity to be in the pizza car. Gary Busey. Gary Busey. There we go. So Tom will be driving off of a cliff in a pizza with Gary Busey. The third activity, I believe, was snorkeling. Yes, all right. So when I go snorkeling, I like to actually have a snorkel. But that's a little too easy for Ty. So instead of a snorkel, I want you guys to give me...
Electric eel.
There we go, an electric eel. I snorkel with those too, but they're usually not part of my snorkeling equipment. The snorkel. Placing a snorkel with an electric eel. They can bend into the right shape.
That's true.
And instead of having flippers on Ty's feet, he's going to have something he would only wear for the snow.
Skis.
Skis, all right. So he will be wearing skis instead of flippers. Our fourth activity was spider hunting, I believe. So I don't know about you guys, but when I hunt spiders, I usually do it with a rolled up newspaper or a shoe. But Ty's going to be hunting spiders with something much larger. A helicopter. Ty is hunting spiders with a helicopter.
That's instead of his gun.
Instead of his gun, yes.
Yeah.
Depends on how big the spiders are. And instead of spiders, Ty's going to be hunting something harmless and adorable.
Kittens!
Puppies.
I heard chipmunks. Ty is hunting chipmunks with a helicopter. Yes, Ty is. What is our fifth activity?
Changing light bulbs.
Changing light bulbs. All right. Pretty easy, innocuous activity. But instead of light bulbs, Ty is going to be changing some.
Chihuahua.
I heard chihuahua. Ty's going to be changing a chihuahua. But normally, unless it's a very low hanging light bulb, I have to climb up on a ladder or a step stool if I want to change the light bulbs. Instead of climbing up on a ladder, Ty is going to climb up on the Jolly Green Giant. So, because Ty is such an expert at this game, not only does the team have to only communicate with mime and gibberish, but also they cannot actually perform the activity themselves. They just have to set up the activity in the environment with their mime and see if Ty can figure it out by himself. They are going to have 5 minutes to try to get the 5 things. So, if you guys are ready, we could review the list. Captain Rob?
Well, we figured this out. We need more time.
All right. The first activity is Quidditch. Instead of a broom, I will be using a platypus. Instead of a quaffle, I will be using a giraffe. The second activity is driving off of a cliff. Instead of driving a car, I will be driving a pizza. And instead of and the person who will be driving with will be Gary Busey. Third activity is snorkeling. Instead of a snorkel, you will have an electric eel, and instead of flippers, you will have skis. Fourth activity is hunting spiders. Instead of a gun, you will be using a helicopter, and instead of spiders, you will be hunting chipmunks. The fifth activity is changing light bulbs, and instead of changing a light bulb, you will be changing a chihuahua, and instead of using a ladder to change the light bulb, you will be using the Jolly Green Giant.
Thank you, Stumpy! Of course you did. All right, so, assuming that the red team is ready, I will soon go get Ty, bring him back in, and he is going to have to figure out what as many of these activities are as he can. Although, that sounds like pretty much a typical week in the life of Ty. So, I guess we'll see how that works out. Red team, are you ready to bring back your teammate?
Yes.
Sure. Good, that's the confidence I like to hear. Let's bring back Ty and James! Yeah! It's okay, Ty. I made sure to give you easy ones. All right.
More points for us.
Of course. There are points. So, red team, are you ready?
Yes! Yes!
Audience, are you ready?
Yeah!
You have 5 minutes. Begin. You've used 1 minute and 18 seconds of your 5 minutes. Ty, tell me, what are you doing?
I'm snorkeling, but my snorkel mask is an electric eel, and my flippers are skis.
Yeah! 3 minutes and 42 seconds to guess the remaining 4 things.
Okay.
Go! Alright, 2 minutes and 40 seconds have elapsed. Tell me, Ty, what are you doing?
I'm playing Quidditch. Specifically, I'm a chaser, because my broom is a duck egg, and my quaffle is a giraffe.
Very good use of the correct word, quaffle, but
Thank
you
you.
are not quite there on the broom. You have another 2 minutes and 20 seconds to keep trying, though.
Okay.
Go!
Let's get about it. Let's
Alright!
It's a platypus egg.
Almost! You're almost there!
Okay,
Go!
don't
Let's go. You want? Yeah.
No. Oh, sorry.
3 minutes has passed. What are you doing, Ty?
I'm playing Quidditch, being a chaser. My broom is a platypus, and the quaffle is a giraffe.
There we go! 2 minutes left. Ready, go!
What's going on? What is going
All right. Wait,
My God's a helicopter! And I'm hunting in Munchkin Land. Got it?
I don't think you will ever understand how much I wish that it is. But sadly, no. You did get the helicopter right, but your other things you do some work.
Okay.
About 30 seconds. Boom.
Let's skip it. Skip it. Oh, let's get on. Skip.
Now you've got about 12 seconds left. What are you doing?
I'm hunting or killing spiders. My spiders are the little chipmunks. And I got the helicopter.
You've got 12 seconds left to get to the game. Go for it!
Let's give it a minute.
Alright, time. What are you doing?
I'm changing a light bulb. My light bulb is King Kong, and I'm changing a light bulb with the Three Stooges.
So close. I believe that you were changing a light bulb, but the light bulb itself was actually a chihuahua instead of a ladder. You were using the Jolly Green Giant.
Pretty close.
Almost the same thing. But yes, they got 3 out of the 5 things. Good job. All right, so now it is time to replace the 5-thing slide with another slide.
You're showing us all the cards.
He holds all
But
the
then he
cards.
shuffles them, so it's okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Look, this man right here, we could not have done it with our director, Paul Frank.
We were just student filmmakers. We made a movie about the university we love. We got Zach Galifianakis here to put us in the spotlight.
He grew his hair back.
He did it, everyone. Thank you all.
I've got to say, when I was approached to do this movie, I was just, I didn't want to, because I'd been in bigger things, but when I read the script and realized that no one else was going to hire me for anything, I figured I had to do it, and it was the heart of the crew that kept me going, and I've really got to say that the caterers really, they were the best part of this whole thing.
These guys ate it.
Dabney's been such a fixture in our lives, and so we took it upon ourselves to add his life, and we took some liberties, of course, with Dabney's life, because when you look at such a fabulous life, who wouldn't want to take some liberties with that? But I got to tell you, I started out as a humble gaffer, laying down tape, minding my business, and these guys took me into their fold, and you became a pretty good gaffer. Yeah. Right now, I could get paying work. That's how good this was. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to give a shout out. Thank you again, Zach. You were the only actor in this movie. That's not a joke. You're the only one. And
Dabney wouldn't do it.
And he impressed us. Most of the script about the chemistry bits were written by Zach. And I'm pretty sure they're correct. I'm pretty sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the guy at the screening, and gave him a round of applause. So.
I don't know if this is safe. I mean, this is sodium, right? Just pure sodium?
Yes.
It's just I drop it in the water, and it makes salt.
Well, no. You put it in the water.
Yeah.
See, you need to put it in chloride.
Oh, just pure chlorine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pure chlorine.
Oh, 'cause I was just going to put it in the water. No?
No. Find some chlorine. And then
I looked at the textbooks,
Yeah.
and it turns out chlorine is extremely poisonous.
well, so is sodium. We're hoping they'll cancel each other out.
Wouldn't you think? I fucking hate cops. It's stealing half our thunder.
All right.
They haven't used the cool Billy. They haven't used the cool Billy.
Listen, just because your boyfriend broke up with you does not mean we have to get all uptight about, oh, he's here.
Yeah, guys, I live at Cox, and I like it. I like it.
You live in a... It's not a dorm.
You know, I gotta tell you, I'm not ashamed to say that I like cocks too.
Yeah.
I think that we should be able to stand up.
Zach. And Sophie, she's on you, man. I want her. I want Sophie. She's hot.
I know she is.
She's so hot. You never pay her attention. You just look in your trailer mirror.
Just because I'm gorgeous.
She's outside her window. Oh my gosh. I want you.
Hey.
Zach!
You're blocking her view. Please.
Hey, Sophie. Shut up. I opened the door.
Cut. No.
Don't direct our real lives, you audience member! What are you doing? Stop it!
I'm not going to applaud for this movie unless there's nudity.
He's fucking everywhere.
Is he going to ride on the bus too?
Oh, you know it. He followed me for 17 miles rollerblading.
17 miles?
17 miles.
Was he on rollerblades?
No, he was on a Segway.
Yeah. Hey guys!
Hi, Zach.
How's it going?
Yeah, Zach.
Oh.
Zach, he's over there.
Yeah, he's here again.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy.
What up, buddy?
It's our audience member.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
somebody.
yeah. That's right. You and me, a little later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just want some privacy. I mean,
Yeah.
our lives aren't meant to be filmed and observed all of the time.
Yeah.
Well, God, it's Sophie. No, I'm too cool for you.
Wow, that was bold.
Professor Emeritus Cox, we're not going to name this building after you. All the kids are going to make fun of it. That's a bad choice. I like Stevenson. That's a great name.
I won Professor of the Year 3 years in a row.
I'm sorry.
It's spelled differently. It's got an X in it. It's an X.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah,
Really cool.
yeah.
You know what? I really like you. I do. I really like you.
Thank you.
You're my favorite.
Thank you.
I don't know why they gave me responsibility. Responsibility. I'm trapped. It's like a power cycle. Professor, it's like a power cycle. Get me out of it, man.
Look,
They're watching me.
I can't do this, liaison. I don't forget. I'm married to Fountain, and
She's horrible. She taught me ass. I don't know. She was awful.
you married her? Yes, you came over to our place for dinner. You had your choice of a cheeseburger or pasta.
When are you gonna get with Daphne, man? It's time. When are you gonna get with that? When are you gonna get with that?
There's a lot of peer
Break up
pressure.
a fountain.
Okay, I'll do it.
I'm dating Kate. She's pretty solid. Be good food options.
All right, class, take your seats. Thank you all for actually coming in today. Johnny, I feel that's not your seat. Sorry.
I really hate it when you make me sit.
I need full participation.
I have full participation.
I just want to learn. I don't want to learn how.
We're actually going to talk about covalent bonding.
Covalent bonding, yes!
Sweet. All right.
They're bonding. It's a strong bond on carbon.
Interrupting class. Please allow him to take his seat.
If you're carbon, you need 4 valence electrons.
That's right.
Director's commentary, day 1. We have no actors to join the movie yet. We are at 0 actors. I sent an email to Zach Galifianakis. I doubt he'll respond.
All right, let's take a look at what I've got on my emails today. All right, I don't need to enlarge my penis. Ooh, what is this movie? Student made.
Body of mail says, "Dear Mr. Galifianakis, Wolfpack for life! Your beard is awesome. I bet you had tons of weed in it. We would love for you to join us in this movie about the chemistry hall on campus that we know you've never been to. So please, we will pay you in high fives."
Getting high fives is actually a really good deal. And I do love North Carolina, seeing as it's where I was born.
Director's commentary, day 2. Zach Galifianakis joined. I promised him 10,000 high fives.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I just killed Zach Galifianakis.
Galifianakis.
You know, I think we can still use a lot of footage. I mean, we can.
Guys, we didn't even get the climax. We're gonna have to weekend at Bernie's now.
Oh, hell yeah!
The next day on set. Oh my God, he's a fat motherfucker.
Wait, so you want me to put these
5,001.
It's a good movie, huh?
Daphne, I love you, and I think our...
Daphne just died. Daphne just died.
No, I didn't. Look, I haven't told Fountain yet, but I want to be with you. I know you're the love of my life. I never knew you felt this way. I always felt this way, and we were just so close, and I never noticed.
He's coming back to life. He is coming back to life.
I'm so excited to win the award for this movie. All right. It's just like I was really stoned.
Taga. Sophie, I want to go up. I want to.
Taga.
He's asking Sophie.
This is kind of awkward.
Sophie, I want to go up here. No, Taga. What?
Between you and me.
What? I'm not dating you. You're a Tri-Tower, and I don't get with that, okay? I don't want it. It's not a 4-person deal. It's me and Sophie. I love you. I don't.
I told you he wasn't going to listen.
Sure.
No, he's not going to listen to you, man. He's not going to listen. He's gotta let it go. You gotta find another one.
Susan's where all the grads live. I'm dating you, if you agree.
You guys don't
he's
really
like,
want
I'm
one
dating
big
you.
and that's
No matter what you say, he's dating.
Here, they don't want sex, they want to publish.
What? What was that? What?
Grad said you just want to publish.
Is that all you want to do is publish me?
You just want your name in a journal somewhere so somebody can go, me and my doctor.
Journal? Is that all you want to do, Alsaqa?
Are you afraid to publish me?
Yes, I
I'm okay with that. I just want to get closer to Zach.
Zach moves.
Lee Hall rules!
Now let's go over some actual chemistry. You hired me as just give you some information about chemistry, Zach. So I thought
I've got to write these scenes.
you never came to class, by the way, bud. You never came to one day of class.
I'm sorry, I couldn't care about it.
This guy was always there. You're my trooper. You're my little trooper. Yeah. Booyah. Booyah. That's his name.
Well, I need to seem impressive for these people.
Okay.
I need to write these chemistry scenes, but I don't know anything except the term covalent bond.
Booyah! That's going to make like 95% of chemistry.
Good!
There's also tetrahedral orbitals is one thing.
I can work with that.
Booyah, why don't you get
Tetrahedral.
some information into this? See.
Please.
Cut! Okay. I don't mean to be too meta here, but when we're actually doing a scene, we can't say.
I wasn't hired as an actor.
Yeah. We have to film. He died on us
Why are
once.
you filming me?
Because he died on us
right now.
once.
Is this part of the director's commentary?
Yes.
I love your YouTubes, by the way.
Doctor.
I love your YouTubes. I watched all of them. I'm one of your 3 views.
Oh, man!
Who are the other 2?
Me and my mom.
I'm sorry.
Crab stuffed portobello mushrooms are awesome.
Thank you. You guys, you like some food?
Yeah. You made this?
Yeah, I made it. You guys need it.
I've had nothing in my life but watered down pasta sauce. How did...
I've been importing it.
From where?
From the athletes' food. The athletes, they have their own food.
What?
Yeah, they got their own.
How long have they had this?
Since they needed to eat.
Oi, I'm gonna stop a shot on the horse and I should be done. I think it's a good horse. I'm gonna dog. It's been exported. I think it's a dog. You okay? Let's go.
You okay?
Let's go.
It's relatively simple. They are going to perform a scene based off of your suggestions. However, at any point, they can say something. Rob, say something.
I like pie.
And I can say, should have said. And Rob has to say something else.
I like cake.
Should have said.
I want to sit down.
There we go, like that. I can repeat it over and over again until they say something interesting or pass out from lack of oxygen, whichever one comes first. Either way, I will be laughing. All right, so to perform a scene properly, we need to get some suggestions. So I want you guys to give me something you saw on your way to class or to work or to exams this morning.
Volcano bathed me.
Volcano something.
I'm
heard
so happy someone
volcano.
else knows what that is.
I heard volcano, so your first suggestion is volcano. And for the second suggestion, I would like a relationship between 2 people.
Husband and wife.
Husband and wife. Your suggestions are volcano and husband and wife. Make of that what you will. Players, are you ready?
Yes!
Audience, are you ready?
Yeah!
Begin!
I want a divorce. For the 3rd time this week, I want a divorce.
Okay, so I have your lunch ready,
And here it is. I hope you enjoy work today, honey.
Oh, thank
you.
You
look so handsome.
Well,
They must love you in the lawyer's office. They must treat you so nicely.
This way you're treating me is so uncharacteristic of you. Thank you.
What do you mean, honey?
I almost regret the divorce now.
Should have said.
I think we should get divorced today.
Should have said.
Do you pack nails in this again? But nails? No. Maybe some razor blades and some arsenic. Okay, good. No nails. Don't worry. Good. You know I like a good PB and arsenic.
You know that's my specialty.
Should have said.
Oh, you're just so cute.
Should have said.
Why won't you die?
I'm sorry, what?
What? Oh, I said, here, have a slice of pie.
Oh, you are so generous today.
No problem.
Yeah, take this clean.
Of course, honey.
Johnny, I brought the paperwork for you.
Okay, good. I got your sandwich.
Actually, you have my briefcase for later. So I got the paperwork that you asked for. Yeah. So here's all the divorce papers. There's this one you're going to need to sign 8 times. This one you need to sign 17 and a half.
This you find a half signature.
Well, you need the first letter of your last name, the third letter of your first name, the second letter of your mother's maiden name, and your father's son's second cousin's last initial.
Should have said.
Just put your name down. But you will need your wife to sign here.
Yeah, you see, she's probably not gonna be showing up anymore.
Well, this is the post-prenup paper that you need to.
I think we need more of a post-mortem paper.
No, it's okay. We have the post-mortem prenup here.
Good.
Yeah.
It's okay if I just put an X at her name because she's probably not gonna have any arms or
legs. Is her name?
Should have said.
She's probably gonna be in 1,000 pieces by now.
Should have said.
Okay, I burnt her. I'll be frank with you.
Wait. Like, is your mother so fat it will burn, or like here have some cookies?
Legally, we'll go with the insult one.
Okay. That's cool. I have the insulted wife papers right here.
Come on.
Okay.
20 times.
Insults are serious business in North Carolina.
Okay, you know what? I'm bad with this paperwork.
Hey, that was a sandwich.
Sorry.
Should have said.
I'm not sorry at all.
Should have said.
Clean it up.
Well,
that's why I'm giving myself a promotion. Isn't that right? Right? Yeah. Where's my boss? I want a promotion, boss.
No.
Should have said.
Yes.
Should have said.
Do treat me like a monkey. Boss, I thought I was going to be senior partner.
I thought you were going to pan out. Yeah.
You know what? Fine. I don't need this job. You can take this sandwich.
Oh.
Should have slapped.
There's no reason to.
Should have beaten.
Victory!
Should have celebrated.
Woo! Yeah, Cleveland! Woo!
Delicious.
All right. Rob.
TVNA in the morning.
Whatever. All right. Due to some sort of misapplication of our word,
I blame myself.
Someone pick one of these to not go on. You chose comic book to not go on the wheel. Instead, we're going to put on columns and styles read lead. And Rob, it looked like you were getting pretty beaten up during that last scene.
I was. Like, he literally punched me.
If I were you, I think that I would want revenge on the blue team for doing that to you.
You know what? I think that I probably couldn't beat up Ty, so I won't. Yeah, I don't think I can beat you up.
Well,
So
for revenge, you get to spin the wheel and choose what game the blue.
Yes,
team.
but Ty beat me up. That means legally he's the new captain.
That's true. Yeah, that's in our bylaws.
Oh, well,
that's in our team bylaws.
Settle this like real improvers through pointless games. All right, spin the wheel, Tom.
Such muscle.
Good advice, bad advice. All right, blue team. Week 7.
Totally.
So set yourself up for the game while I explain it. Good advice, bad advice is like those talk shows that you watched or radio shows you listen to if you don't own a radio anymore. Basically, we're going to have 3 celebrity guests who answer questions asked by you, the audience. Questions like, what's the meaning of life? Or how should I get a promotion? Things like that. Or why is the sky blue? Whatever you guys are curious about. They are the experts. So, without any farther ado, I will let... No more ado.
Okay.
So, blue team, are you ready?
Yes!
Audience, are you ready?
Yeah!
Begin!
Welcome to our good advice, bad advice panel. We have here 3 experts from the mountains of Tibet who know absolutely everything because they meditated on it. And they will tell you what the answers are to your questions. Let them introduce themselves.
Hello, my name's Mike. I work in an auto shop and I love me some bikes. That's it.
My name's Sammy, and I make sandwiches out on the street, and they said they needed a guy. So here I am.
Hello, I am Boris. That is all you need.
Okay, we may have switched the trucks around and got the wrong people, but we're still going to answer your questions. We need an advice type question, like if I was a shark, what kind of teeth would I have? All right, can I have okay, you over there.
Yes, is there a wrong way to eat pie?
Is there a wrong way to eat pie? Experts?
You know, the wrongest way to eat pie is to not eat the pie. So I see it.
Insightful.
Yeah. What do you want?
Well, I mean, pie's good, but you need a balanced meal. So I'm saying get a sandwich with some salami and some mustard, and then you can go to the pie shop down the street. It's good.
Pie shop down the street?
Yeah.
The only wrong way to eat the pie is the way the KGB does not like.
Okay, do we have another advice question? Over there.
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
How many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop?
Depends on the diameter of the Tootsie Pop. Probably approximately 1,020.
And all this sugar, you really need some lettuce. Your appetite's gonna go crazy. Kids these days, it's ridiculous.
How many weeks? I am thinking whatever the KGB tells me to.
How much wood could woodchuck could Chuck Norris?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could Chuck Norris?
Chuck Norris. He can chuck some wood. You know what? He can chuck some wood. His fists. And his secret fists.
I catered a movie for him once. He did a great job. He was really helpful. He chopped up all the salami for me with his bare hands. And, I think he cut down about 2 trees in that picture.
What happened to the bears?
If you really want Chuck Norris to chuck your wood, you should ask KGB to do it for you.
All right, we need more questions. How about up there?
Yeah, I want some advice. I'm joining the Marine Corps, and I tested so I can get into pretty much any MOS I want. I just want some advice on what MOS I should take.
What MOS should he take? Experts?
You know what, man? You gotta look inside. It's an internal question that every Marine man must answer himself. So I do some research, ask around a little bit before I make a decision.
Look, you know, some guys are lettuce. They're crispy. They're easy to tear up and shred. But some guys, they're like the muscle in the salami, and they're hard to break. You need to find out what kind of man you are. Are you lettuce or salami?
Forgive me, I am not from this country. What is MOS?
Military occupation. It's the job I take.
Yes. I suggest you do not join Marine Corps or I have to kill you.
All right. So you, the audience, have challenged the players. The players have challenged themselves and they have challenged each other. Now it is my turn. So, since we just have the blue team, well, first of all, I'm going to remove good advice, bad advice. And sadly, our wheel, due to technical difficulties, does not have a replacement. But that is all right. Oh,
you left
right.
those.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you. I did not realize I left that with you.
It was in safe hands.
It was. I should be better track of what we do. So, red team, this spin is for you. That is more appropriate than you know. You just got side scroller.
It worked!
All right. So, the premise of this game is, well, I'm sure that some of you have played games like Mario, where you are a little figure running around in a two-dimensional video game world, but you never actually move on the screen. The screen moves around you. That is what this game is all about. One of these players is going to be our Mario, and he is going to be up in the front, and the scene is going to move around him. But first, we need to get some suggestions. So let's get another relationship between two people that is not husband and wife. Arch nemesis. Your first suggestion is arch nemesis. For our second suggestion, what would you buy me if I gave you $50 to get me a present?
Ginger!
A bouquet of roses.
A puppy. All right. So your suggestions are arch nemesis and a puppy. Players, are you ready?
Yeah!
Yeah! Audience, are you ready?
Yeah!
What?
Okay.
So close to cold fusion, I can taste it. I probably shouldn't taste it though. Need my spanner.
Johnny, are you up there?
Yeah.
Up there, Johnny.
I'll come let you in. Get out of my house a bit.
I know you're some famous chemist, Johnny, but you need to eat your breakfast.
But breakfast is for losers. I'm a winner, Mom.
Fine. You don't need a breakfast.
That's right. I'm in the flow.
Have your lunch.
Well, lunch is for winners. Thanks, Mom.
I also brought you dinner. It's on this other tray.
Thanks. Is that a... Oh, is that a muskrat?
Oh, yeah. It's your favorite.
I can use this for my experiments, actually. Thanks.
See, don't you love your mom?
Yeah, I do. Bye.
Hey, Johnny!
Okay, muskrat set. And...
Hey, Johnny!
Oh, no.
Johnny!
Oh, no.
Johnny! Johnny!
No.
Let me in, Johnny!
Peter!
Johnny!
Peter, I told you to go away.
I'm not going away.
Okay, Peter, if I let you in, will you stop hanging out around my house?
Oh, you want to play Rock Band?
Peter, Okay, Peter, let's play Rock Band. I'm gonna regret this so much. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh! You're back already! Oh, I wasn't toying with your experiment and changing the muskrat to a hamster or anything.
Petrovich. I should have known.
Jimmy!
Johnny!
Johnny!
You suck as an arch nemesis!
you for me, and then left me for, well, I don't know.
Yeah, she kind of did that. Yeah.
For you! Oh! You! Cradle robber! Be insulted over there.
Okay.
Petrovich, I didn't want to have to do this. Then don't. You don't have to.
Ah! I won't let you make this explosive device and take it to the cemetery where my grandfather's buried at. And
Wait.
What?
Slow down.
What?
I'm not psychotic. I'm a scientist.
Oh!
I'm just trying to make cold muskrat fusion.
Cold muskrat fusion.
Yeah,
It'll never work.
Oh, that is so like you. That is so like you.
Get out of my house!
Now, tell me everything. How is she?
She's not good.
Oh no, she dyed her hair.
She dyed my hair green.
Oh God! It's horrible.
Look at me, I'm a monster!
Yeah, you're a monster.
I can't be your sidekick if I'm a monster!
I think I can fix you. Get in the machine. Get in the machine. Okay. Go. Ready?
Okay.
Strap in. Yeah, this is gonna be a wild ride. 3, 2, 1. Muskrat!
Now, Blue Team, it is my turn to challenge you. Let's see what we get. Hopefully, it won't be a mark spot.
Blake.
That's a terrible thing to wish on someone. There we go. Styles replay. All right, we're going to need a bunch of suggestions from the audience for this one. You are going to see this group of players perform a scene like any other, but slightly shorter, because they're actually going to play this scene through more than once. Woo! But every time after the first, they're going to play the scene in a new style or genre. So I need people to shout out
Bluegrass.
There we go, like that. Different genres of movies,
Horror.
books, or music. Keep going.
French New Wave. French New Wave.
Sci-fi thriller. Kabuki.
No theater. Space opera.
All right, that's good. Thank you. So many to choose from, so little time before everyone goes home. All right, so I know we've got all those genres, but if you guys haven't used up all your suggestions yet, I would like to know one or two more to start the scene. So give me an occupation.
Veterinarian.
Veterinarian. Your first suggestion is veterinarian. And for the second suggestion, I want you to give me something you would find in a park.
Bench.
A bench. So your second suggestion is a bench. Players, are you ready?
Yes!
All right, this will be a short 1 to 2 minute scene. Begin.
Lois, I told you to stop feeding that dog chocolate. Give me that.
But he loves it. He loves it.
Look at that thing. It's not even a dog anymore. This is what happens when you feed your dog chocolate. Look at it. Look at it. This is not a pretty thing.
Forrest, I hate that you do this to me. I'm gonna pack my stuff up and I'm gonna take the dog with me.
Lois, if you take that dog, I don't know what I will do to you. I'll call your mother. She loves me.
Not my mother. That's right.
Hello, Mrs.
Hello.
Anchovosity.
Oh, hi, dearie. I was just on my way for Sunday brunch.
Oh, good.
What?
Beef.
Hi. What's wrong with Skippy?
What do you think is wrong with it? Your child.
Junior! I told you not to be giving him chocolate.
Mommy.
Look
I'm
at
sorry I
it.
couldn't
His
tease
coat
you.
is all messed up.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to that poor creature.
Listen to the sounds it's making. It's disgusting.
That's time! All right, you've seen what was supposed to be a normal scene. So now we're going to see what happens when they have to replay that scene in the style of kabuki. Players, are you ready?
Yes!
Yes! Begin!
Morris!
Oh, what is it?
I think you know what this is. Now, why have you been feeding our dog chocolate?
Alas, it is my fault. I am such a good boy.
Give me that chocolate.
No!
It's mine. It's mine now. Do you want me to do something terrible to you?
No, I don't.
I think you do. I think you're asking for me to do something terrible to you.
What's going on to me,
Look at me right with you.
No.
I have your mother on the phone right now. Hello.
Hello. Yes. Oh, great shame. He's wrong, son.
Is this what you wanted to bring upon our family?
Indeed.
Traditional, very authentic, straight from Japan. But for our next replay, they're going to perform in the style of a documentary. Players, are you ready?
Yes! Yes!
Begin!
Lois has been my wife for a very long time now. Let's see what she's doing. She's feeding an invisible dog chocolate. This is a very bad idea. Now,
As you watch this, the invisible dog will suddenly become visible.
Lois, do you know the effects of feeding chocolate to a dog?
Why, no, I do not.
It's all right. I will tell you. Dogs cannot process chocolate. And some other things about chocolate dogs. However, this is very painful. I will call you mother.
Hello, dear. Is that you? Why, yes, I can come over.
Great.
Oh my! You feed that little chocolate? You know?
Let's see what it does.
This is not normal dog behavior.
Normal dog behaviors include barking, rolling over.
All right. So, that was the style documentary. Let's give them something a little bit more difficult. We're going to ask you to perform in the style of opera. They look ready to be. Players, are you ready?
Yes!
Audience, are you ready?
Yeah!
No, you're not. Begin.
Lois, you are my wife.
I am your wife.
My wife. You are my wife. My wife. My wife.
I feed the chocolate to the dog.
This is not right.
Oh, I am sorry.
I must punish you by calling your mother.
My son raised a son and he did such wrong.
give a hand to the red team for helping me out.
All right, we have one last game to play for our show tonight. It is something we like to call a last chance game, because it is their team's last chance to impress you and maybe win this show. However, it is not just these players who play the last chance game. At this point, we also invite all current CIA members and CIA alumni to play with us in our last chance game. So please, come on now. The game that we're going to play tonight is something called Foot in Mouth. It is essentially a game that is all about that lovely situation where you put your foot in your mouth, hopefully not literally, because I am not that clever. So basically, we are going to get a suggestion for a situation or occupation, or just a situation where you could not possibly say what these people are about to say. So for our first round, let's get an occupation.
Batman.
Batman. What is the worst thing you could possibly do or say as Batman?
Nice to meet you, I'm Bruce Wayne.
I am Batman! I'm Batman!
I miss my mom.
Stab! You know what, Joker? Fine. No, just blow it up. I'm done.
Well, I like the nipples, but it needs more. Back credit card.
Go get to echolocation.
No, I asked for a Batmobile!
All right, let's get a situation, a life event that hopefully only comes once.
Pregnancy.
Pregnancy! All right, fair enough. What's the worst thing to do or say in pregnancy?
Oh, God. Well...
Oh, it's... Bing bong!
Oh, I feel it kicking. I'm not gonna take that. No, not a girl.
Have you put on some weight?
Welcome to China.
All right, let's get a celebrity.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. Worst thing to say or do as Sean Connery. Or when meeting him.
No, it's fine. I don't need to do another Bond film.
Shuck it, Trebek. Are you kidding? Everything I say will make you jelly in your pants. I've never been sexy.
I guess not everyone's too happy with their Welsh accent.
He's Scottish.
I don't know.
It's okay, I can't do well.
All right, let's get another occupation.
King of the Britons.
Bold answer.
What was yours?
King of the Britons.
King of the Britons. What is the worst thing to do or say as the King of the Britons? Oh, crap.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going to France.
Joan of Arc, man, girl, what can she do?
Yeah.
All right, I got filtered water for everybody. King of the Brita? Come on.
Hey, want to go to Boston? I heard they had this wicked tea party.
A lady in the lake? That's kind of creepy.
Let's get another life event.
Puberty.
Funeral.
Puberty.
We're going with funeral. Thank you.
Close enough.
So it seems we double booked the chapel, so if you just ignore the casket, we can get on with the wedding. Albert was a great guy. I remember this one time in Vegas. Oh my god. All the drugs. They locked the casket. Dude, he's so not dead.
Yeah, I'm so not dead.
Comedic Improvisational Alliance. Thank you for coming to our last show of the season, semester, what have you. We will be back next semester once school started up again, so be on the lookout for posters, for chalk on Facebook, and thank you all for coming. Now, we do need to decide on a winner for this game.
That's me.
No, it's not quite that easy. So, by show of applause, how many people think the red team won? Now, how many people, by the same show of applause, think the blue team won? All right. Well, it is not always easy being a ref. And times like these are especially difficult, because I have to pick the winner. But you weren't even playing, Chris. You don't win if red team wins.
Yes, he does.
All right.
There's more blue team.
No, the audience does not win. I'm going to say, due to outstanding athletic ability and handstanding, the blue team. Hope you come to our next show next season. Everyone have a good night and drive safe. Good luck on your finals.
That's what we're going to win, Mark. Should have put that out beforehand. Good show, guys. Great. I know. Great job there. Thanks. Hey, Neil. It's great.
I know very well. Yeah. All I know
is like slamming every each other around the back.
really good. The first two times I was like, this is stupid.